The Honorable Senate has been in session. The Attorney General, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, spoke, and he has promised that the government of the Bahamas is committed to the hiring of 10 prosecutors. This comes in the aftermath where there are at least 2 Negro citizens who are being marched to court today to be charged with murder. A 42-year-old Negro man, he is to be charged with the killing of his younger brother. A 17-year-old Negro youth man, he shall be charged with the murder of 23-year-old Megan Bethel. So these are 3 very, very important developments. Ryan Pinder also told the Senate that there are government officials in New York meeting with officials of the United States government with a view to discussing and reaching an agreement to prevent American guns from entering the Commonwealth of the Bahamas unlawfully. It is powerful, it's a major development, and we shall see how that materializes. It's powerful today. Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Moncur. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. My spiritual advisor is Bradley Roll. Bradley, as you know, is saved and sanctified. He belongs to perhaps one of the most prestigious churches in about 2,000 years. It is the Church of Christ.
The first century church.
The first century church.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is powerful. And his church
predates every church.
Predates
every church.
It's
only one church.
It's only one church.
And that's the body of Christ.
It's Bradley Roll Church.
No. It's the Church of Christ.
It's the Church of
Christ. Of which I'm a member.
Of which he's a member.
Absolutely.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save our blessed King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Today is Thursday, the 20th of June, 2024. We will go straight to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here, Sander. And so today we're going to look at 2 Corinthians chapter 6, 14 through 18. And the Apostle Paul is giving a warning to the church against idolatry. Follow me, please, with this very interesting passage. 2 Corinthians 6, 14 through 18. The Apostle Paul is speaking to the church at Corinth, and he says, listen, do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? What harmony is there between Christ and Belial? Or what does a believer have in common with an unbeliever? What agreement is there between the temple of God and the temple of idols? For we are the temple of the living God. As God has said, I will live with them and walk among them, and I will be their God, and they will be my people. Therefore, come out from them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you. And I will be your father to you, and you will be my sons and daughters, says the Almighty God. 2 Corinthians 6, 14 through 18, very, very, very sobering indeed. The word of God is blessed. Thank you so much, Mr. Bluser. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, welcome once again to Freedom March. And at this moment, the Senate has been in session, and on the floor has been Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, who is the Attorney General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And Mr. Pinder has told the Senate of the government's intention to hire 10 prosecutors. This comes in the aftermath of there being major backlogs in the judiciary, and it comes in the aftermath of many of our citizens committing a number of crimes, including murder. And in fact, the murder has increased, and then there is a new twist in the murder, as the murders are very, very domesticated. In fact, according to an unidentified Negro journalist, the sister of a murdered sweetheart has informed the media that she would like to hold a press conference. So that becomes a very powerful revelation, as sweethearting in a modern Bahamas is no longer being shunned, it is no longer being condemned, and everybody is basically in the open. But of course, it is an issue that can raise serious emotion. So I shall follow this development so that I can see how and what the sister has to say, as sisters appeared to be willing to come forward and defend siblings who have been keeping sweetheart and who has been the victim of murder. I do confess, because I have been partially briefed, that I must agree with siblings who argue that notwithstanding that their brother or sister may be guilty of keeping sweetheart, that cannot be a justification for them to be murdered. So I do understand that, and in accordance with the law, it would be unlawful to commit that homicide. Nevertheless, I call on men and women to take into consideration that sweethearting is as emotive as it has been from the day it was founded on the face of the earth. And I call on citizens to abandon sweethearting. And if you're not able to do, for heaven's sake, you have to learn the art of duplicity. I do not wish to commit a sin by attempting to advance arguments that may give comfort to those of us who are sinners. But certainly, I'm very disturbed that relatives are now coming forward and have suggested that they will come forward to put a case for relatives who have been in, if I may use this word, wonderful sweetheart relationships that culminates in murder. So I'm going to suggest, as I leave it alone and wait to see the materialization of this press conference, I'm going to call on men to stop it. I'm going to call on men to leave married women alone, it's not their wives. And I'm going to call on married women to reject sweethearting. I think it's powerful. My spiritual advisor, any comments?
No comments, Sandra.
Well, folks, today there are two Negro men who are expected, if they have not already been taken to the magistrate court. There's a 42-year-old Negro brother whom I shall refer to as the older brother. You will recall that there was an incident involving two brothers, and in the context of the two brothers, they had a dispute in a vehicle. All I'm getting is dumb side. Listen, I'm ugly. I can't rub that off, okay? And they had a dispute in a vehicle, and one brother is alleged to have assaulted the other brother, and that made him extremely angry. And as he jumped out of the car, it is alleged that the older brother took over the driver's wheel and regrettably killed his younger brother. Wow. It is so sad.
Yeah.
Every time I think about it, it makes me emotional.
Wow.
That notwithstanding that we have been told the story of how Cain killed Abel, that we are so unforgiving. Can you imagine that you would kill your ma child? Can you imagine you will kill your
mother's
child? It is so sad, it is so regrettable. But that is what we are faced with in our society. So he's expected to go to court. And then, of course, there is a 17-year-old youth man. He would have been the youth man where 23-year-old Megan Bettle showed up to a home off Cowpen Road last week, confronted a woman, and it is alleged that the 17-year-old youth man got a gun and killed Megan. So he's off the court today. So that is the breaking news. These are very sad, sad stories that we have lost control, and nobody seems to know how to control their emotions. Nobody knows how, under pressure, under threat, under violence, how to remain calm, to remain calm. You may not believe it. Over the last 2 days, I had a teacher from one of the government institution who visited me, and in the course of visiting me, she put a question to me which I've not dealt with. And she told me how her class has introduced a video of me demonstrating how under physical attack you remain calm, you remain non-violent. And I was shocked when she said that is a class that they are using because they were shocked that there was an incident, there was something that I attended, and two men, you know, they were very upset and they were, you know, not too kind. And notwithstanding that, I remained calm, okay? And she wanted to know how I could remain calm. I said, well, that's naturally me. I'm not a violent man. So she said, she told them students to study, and if they don't learn what I have done, she's not going to give any of them an A+. Now, some of the things that I told you, 5% is exaggeration. So I'm telling you that so that I can throw off a number of people. Anyway, my spiritual advisor, two men, a youth man, 17, and a 42-year-old man in separate incidents. They're off the court to be charged with these two homicides.
I thought there was a 14-year-old as well.
Well, a 17-year-old I'm referring to.
17-year-old.
Yeah, meaning that it is a 17-year-old who is charged for shooting 23-year-old Megan Bethel.
And the
42-year-old, he is charged with the killing of his younger brother.
Okay, let's double check that quickly.
Double check. There might be a 14-year-old, but I've not been briefed on that one.
Let's see. All right, see, I'm wondering now. We're saying a 14-year-old boy is set to be charged in the shooting death of a woman. Is this the same incident? A juvenile is set to be arraigned in court this morning on manslaughter charges in connection with the shooting death of a woman who was shot dead off Copeland Road a few days ago.
Well, it may be him, but the briefing I was told that he
was 17.
Was 17.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah, it seems to be him. Yeah.
Okay.
So they are the things that are happening, and we have to continue to talk peace among our young people, because, you know, and I've been doing my quiet investigation to see to what extent dangerous dope, because there's a lot of dope smoking going on in the country. Everybody seems to be smoking dope. You go on the bus stop, they're smoking dope. You jump on the jitney, they're smoking dope. You catch a taxi, they're smoking dope. It's everybody's smoking dope.
Yes, it is so, yeah.
All right? Everybody's smoking dope. It's just dope,
yeah, so
dope.
Do you know why they smoke dope so much, Sandra?
Well,
because what is interesting as I commute early in the morning, especially if I'm heading to Life Key, and there are these landscaping trucks that are heading into Life Key, and if you stay behind them, and you can just smell the marijuana permeating from those trucks, where you have those young men just smoking dope first thing in the morning. Now, I'm thinking, you think smoking dope is probably going to help them to work a bit better, or
I really
take some of the stress of their mind?
But that, other than support the medical profession, who has argued that it is not good for young people.
But it isn't setting our young people crazy, though, Sandra.
It is not setting your young people crazy.
They seem to be okay smoking it. It's illegal, but they seem to be very much okay smoking it.
And why do you say these things to me on TV? And why is it that you've forgotten? You would recall
it is illegal right
that
now.
you sat at the table and a certain Negro man showed up. He began to look into the clouds and he started to talk to himself. You remember?
I cannot recall.
Well, he was on dope.
Where did this happen?
Why should I specifically identify? Where do you openly drink tea in an open environment?
Yeah, okay.
Under a tree?
So you think the young man was on dope?
Of course.
I didn't pick that up.
Well, you see,
I didn't smell anything, so it didn't.
well, you're young. You know where I'm from? I'm from Baintown.
Yeah.
I could smell the dope a mile away. I could look into the person's eye and see he's high. All right? And the worst part about it, the dope he was smoking was not.
Now, how do you know the difference in the dope now?
I could smell it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the reality is a lot of people smoking dope, all right? It is what it is.
And I wanted to
A
stop
lot of people just smoking it, so.
because it's not good for your lungs. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your eyes. And I wanted to stop. Okay? I wanted to stop. Anyway, so they are the two developing stories that we have given to you. Isn't that powerful? Meanwhile, I was telling you that what the Attorney General said. I hope I'm not repeating myself, but the Attorney General say we need 10 prosecutors. So that means that 10 lawyers shall be hired by the government. And let's hope we can see a lot of these cases moving forward. Because take, for instance, there is a trial taking place in our courts. It's a wonderful trial that is taking place. And I've never seen a trial like this where the defendant, it prepares that from time to time the court take recess so he can go to the parliament and make his contribution to the budget. Isn't that powerful? It appears that from time to time he's able to get health certificate leave. So, all of those things helps to slow down justice, okay? And while we want justice to grind slowly, we wouldn't want justice to rush while grinding. It can't be too slow. And that is what has been going on. But we don't say anything because you live in a society where, depending on what you say, you could be accused of being disrespectful. Anyway, this is Freedom March. Rodney Roll is my spiritual advisor. My name is Rodney Monka. Notwithstanding, it's a wonderful country. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save King Charles. It's powerful today. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back after the break. It's powerful. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, there are other developing stories taking place in the Senate where the Attorney General is announcing that there are certain corporate operations, applications that will be made online, and we're going to look at it because I am very concerned about it. While I am happy to hear that the Bahamas is modernizing, the facts has shown that international gangsters have captured the online portal of the Registrar General's Department, preventing certain course of actions from taking place from your home, from your office, online. And I'm very concerned in the third world society where we don't have the level of sophistication and the money to pay these gangsters that we are going to make it very complex. I don't mind the modern technology, but I want the right to be able to go to the Registrar General and pay them by cash. I want the right to go to the Registrar General's department and do my search in office because I have no confidence in these online portals because they have not been working efficiently. The members of the public would not be aware of that because they don't do title search. They don't do cost list search. So they would not be aware of it. And we've had some major problem at the Registrar General's department. But my spiritual advisor must pay bills, and then we'll look at what the Attorney General had to say.
All right, well, let's look at the Work Center. The Work Center, which is located at Rosetta Street across from Robert's Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school dickies, Timberlands, and many more. Come on down and let the friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. So that's the Work Center located at Rosetta Street across from Robert's Furniture.
This is powerful.
Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union, Money Max, download the Money Max app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime, anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max, live your max life. And this is powerful.
Very powerful, my
Indeed.
Spiritual advisor.
Right. So let me read it and then you could...
Before you read it,
okay.
Let me just say this, that the Senate has been in session. The Attorney General has been making some powerful revelation. This is the modern Bahamas, so I understand the talk about technology, but I also understand that many times you go to the Registrar General Department, those who have cards, those who have credit cards, and the machine don't work. It's frustrating. Then you get into an argument as to whether or not they should follow the law. And this foolishness started under the FNM, and the PLP has continued to carry on the policy. As far as I'm aware, the law tells me that if I'm paying for goods and services, you must accept my Bahamian dollar. But people tell me, oh no, we want card. Now, it ain't my business if you hire staff who's thief. That ain't my business. If your staff is thief, then you should collect my money. So it becomes very frustrating, and of course in the process there are many Bahamians whose monies have been stolen. I don't want to run on. I don't want to call bank that you got to go on East Bay Street, line up there to explain to them that your money has been stolen, and they take you through a long process. So now the Attorney General says what, my spiritual advisor?
Well, this is very interesting. The Attorney General, Ryan Pinder, announced major reforms. I have it, if you can put it on the screen, that'd be good, Mr. Producer. Major reforms at the Office of the Attorney General, including the launch of the new Corporate Administrative Registry Services, that's the CARS, portal this Friday. So this digital platform will allow users to incorporate companies, file corporate documents, pay annual fees, and obtain certified copies of documents online, eliminating the need to visit the Registrar General's office. That's interesting, Sandra. The Attorney General also announced that by the end of the calendar year, the civil registry will be fully digitized, allowing online access to birth, death, and marriage records. This marks a significant step forward in modernizing our public services. Wow, that's interesting. Because I could tell you, Santa, when you have to go to these, especially the registry, to get copies, the first issue you have is trying to find someplace to park. That's the major issue. So you'd have to park up in the old post office, and you may have to park down the hill where Royal Bank is, and then you have to walk all the way to the registry, you know, then you got to sign in and wait and la 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 and all that. So, yeah, this could be a bit more convenient for
you.
Absolutely.
The second problem you will have when you arrive is they will tell you, when you ask that you want a copy of a particular birth certificate, they will tell you you need the permission of the individual.
Oh.
They will tell you when you demand...
What if my mother or my brother?
You need their permission. They will tell you when you go for the death certificate of your father, are you authorized to get it? Which is contrary to the law. The law says all those documents are public documents. So if I want 10 death certificate of your father, as long as I pay them, they're supposed to give it to me. If I want 10 birth certificate belonging to you, as long as I pay it, they're supposed to give it to me. Under the F&M, after a series of expose involving certain F&M ministers on the issue of citizenship, the Free National Movement took a policy to prevent a person from ordinarily applying for public documents, and I'm talking specifically about birth certificate, death certificate, marriage certificate, unless you could get the permission of that person. And that is in the law. The law says those documents are public record. So whoever birth certificate you want. So now, is this new Attorney General going to obey the law when you apply online? Or will they ask you, do you have the petition of, an example, Bradley Roll, to get his birth certificate, his marriage certificate? So you see, these are things that the ordinary citizen might not be aware of, because they might not have an interest to find the birth, the death, the marriage certificate of some other person. And of course, even if the person is your relative. Now, can you imagine that? That has been contrary to the law. So we have existing laws, but nobody obey them. And then for the poor man, it would mean that he would have to file an application in the Supreme Court to get a judge to say, hey, the government isn't complying with the law, follow the law. Now, how many poor men could find $1,500, $2,000, $5,000 to pay a lawyer to go to court so that the Registrar General would be compelled to give them my birth certificate? You suck your teeth, curse, and go about your business. But that's what exists. So if we are introducing these modern technology, is the Attorney General aware that there are many citizens who have been frustrated starting from when the F&M? I don't want to go into it and tell you they started. You would recall there was a dispute over an F&M minister, whether or not he was a citizen of the Bahamas. And shortly thereafterward, they came up with a policy, when in fact, if they felt that you shouldn't be able to get anybody's birth, death, whatever, then you pass a law. But that isn't what happened. All you go there and you're talking to the registrar or the assistant registrar. These are people who are attorneys at law, learned in the law, and notwithstanding, you may say to them, listen, this is what the laws say. They will tell you point blank, the Attorney General directed us not to do it. So why should they do it? The last assistant registrar that I can think about who defied the Attorney General, she fired him. Now, most people would not be aware that she fired him, but she fired him because, as you know, she was never a saved woman. So she fired him. So that's what you're up against. Modern technology with stupid policy in place. And everybody seems to have forgotten that this policy has been introduced by the FNF. And I had thought that if the PLP came to power and discovered that there were statutory provisions that empower people to get certain documents, but they discover that the FNM unlawfully introduced a policy, they would correct it. But now, one of the problems we are faced with is the FNM is lawyers, the ruling class, and the PLP, ruling class, is lawyers. All right? So therein lies the problem. Anyway, what else Ryan Pinder says?
No, that was the only thing I got so far. But they look like they're gonna move speedily ahead with getting that sorted out. Well, let's see what happens, Sandra. You know,
well, I'm almost able to tell you what can happen
in a modern
because
world now, you know, things are becoming
yes, in
more
modern world, but when the people,
and
how many times the Registrar General has been blocked, and you've not been able to go online and do your title search? How many times has that happened? Let us not forget, you know, that has happened consistently where international crooks have infiltrated our portals, and they were successful in just closing it down. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we want progress, but there's some things that the country needs to do. And the other example, before I rest, is as simple as paying a bill. The last time I saw the law, I think it was Section 14 of the Central Bank Act, I think it was, some act. I know lawyer, so if I ain't get it right, forgive me. But if I saw it in the law, which says that if I owe you, you have to accept my Bahamian dollars. You can't tell me you need a credit card. Because the last time I played with a card, one Canadian was buying beer with my money. And I've never been to Canada in all my life, and I'm not interested in going. So how the hell a Canadian could be buying beer? And so I inquire. And what upset me, at least he could have buy collect. But he didn't. He buy some other Canadian beer. But if he had bought collect, at least I would have said, wow, he's very interesting. Anyway, you don't have to remain calm, okay? But I might as well carry on and have fun while I'm able to do so. What else we got to talk about, my spiritual advisor?
Apparently, well, there's this one particular lady who has been evicted out of the irregulated homes, who is experiencing some challenges, and I guess she's looking for help. We understand how sad this could be, but apparently, months after the government actually destroyed her home in the All Saints Way shanty town, Rosalind, a mother of 6,
Rosalind who?
They didn't give the last name.
There's a reason why I asked, because
You know Rosalind?
I do know one, so I want to know who Rosalind.
This Rosalind has 6 children. I remember when initially this has first happened, she did come public and state that, she was really having a rough time.
Is Rosalind a citizen of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas?
That's a question I cannot answer.
Come, my spiritual advisor, what do you mean you cannot tell?
I cannot answer, but let's read the story.
Huh?
But she has 6 children, so she's been here for a while.
But What you mean she's been here a while? Is she a citizen of the Bahamas?
How do you want me to answer that, Sandra?
That's become crucial.
I can't answer that in the affirmative.
Huh?
I can't say yes. Go ahead. All right. So here's what's happening, Sandra. A mother of 6 is still struggling to find a place of her own to shelter her family. The mother and the children, one of whom has special needs, that's very interesting to note, were left homeless in January when their home was razed and demolished in the community. They slept on the ground after the exercise began, but they had nowhere to go. She told the Tribune yesterday that she and her family are now sleeping on a single mattress at a friend's home in the same community. I just want to put at least a bed on the floor so we can all sleep in this bed, she said, adding that the mattress was too small. Now this is something that social services should be looking into, Santa. Now what happens when these people who have been given enough warning that the government is now...
Tout le monde haïtien.
Just give me a second.
Monsieur Kouné, avant yo allé nan Kamakalo pour croiser kayo, il y a un problème comme ça. Le ou croiser kay. Il connaît madame c'est haïtien. Ça c'est problème pour tout haïtien yo. Le ou aller la terre pour croiser kay. Il pas gagne
but no.
place pour habiter.
But Sandra, these people are given ample time. The government just don't.
So why are
move
you
ahead.
sympathetic then? If the government gives them ample time,
Well, the question I want to ask
and they
you.
did not move, and the government crashed their house.
So the question.
What are you talking about?
So the question is now, how do we get this person help? She has 6 children, and one of the children has special needs. Do you understand what that means? One of the children
Who
has
is the
special
first
needs.
person that you can think of that you ought to recommend in government that she be introduced to?
This is a society. This is a social problem.
Who in the government that you think about that she should be recommended?
Laroda.
Who?
Miles Laroda.
Well, parlez avec lui parce qu'il est haïtien.
Now, Sir, to be honest with you, I don't see anything
I told him talk to
that
Miles
relates to
Laroda
Haitian in this article.
because
You know.
Miles, my spiritual advisor.
I don't
do
see
you,
it.
do you
I
know
don't
who I am? Huh? I'm the secret leader of the secret Haitians. La Force. This is powerful. Yeah, Miles Laroda. Let's appeal to Miles. Miles, this is one of our sisters. And Miles, you, like me, are the spiritual advisor. Be Haitians.
That's amazing.
So
Why do you clown in situations like this?
What you want me to
This
do?
woman has 6
You want me to
children, Sandra.
cry? You want me to cry after they didn't break down the house? That's what you want me to do?
Now, Santa, when we look at this, how sympathetic should we be towards this person who is basically, she seems to be homeless. Luckily for her, someone decided to take her in.
This
with
is
6
powerful.
children.
Okay.
Which that person must, of course, be commended. But obviously, she needs to find a home to bring her 6 children. Now, something is not right with the story, though.
What is wrong with it?
Where are the men? Oh, forgive me.
When you say where are the men,
Forgive me.
explain.
You know, forgive me.
Why should you be forgiven?
Forgive me.
What do
Where
you
is
mean?
the father of these 6 children?
Where is
The father of these 6 children? That's the $1 million question.
okay?
Because he has an obligation to make sure
Did
his
a
children.
father come forward?
I don't know.
Well, you read an article.
Well, there's nothing here that mentions a father.
Well, there's none.
Wow.
You understand your culture.
So why are we doing this then?
Doing what? Breaking down the homes?
No. Why are we building families without the
My
father?
spiritual advisor be beyond that. There are 6 children. Now, what you gonna do?
Wow. Okay.
There's 6 children. The woman then pregnant. What you gonna do? Kill the baby? There's 6 children. What we gonna do? We can debate why she get pregnant? It's too late. Let's mind the children. Simple as that.
Now, how much of this responsibility should the government take on now?
All.
Really?
Yeah.
You think the government was in bed when these children were being made?
Why are you being disrespectful to the woman there?
No. Listen, we're talking about family planning, Sandra.
My spiritual advisor.
We're discussing family planning here.
My spiritual advisor, we're not discussing family planning.
Yes, we are.
We're discussing how to aid a woman who don't have any house.
Okay, let's concede that to you then.
Right?
For the time being, let's concede that.
Man, I didn't know you believe in abortion.
Man. But Sandra,
I didn't know you believe in birth control. Certainly in the first century, y'all didn't practice that.
birth control is a good idea.
In the first century?
No. Here's what I'm saying.
Goodness of
Birth
mercy.
control is a good idea.
My spiritual advisor, please don't advocate birth control. Let's not go into that. Let's focus.
Why are you so scared of birth control, Sandra?
I'm not afraid of birth
it helps
control.
you to
I've never
plan your-
taken birth control in all my life. I only know of one man who's taken birth control.
But it helps you to plan your family properly.
But
Because you don't just want to...
how we get to
just
that? It is too late.
Okay, so how much of this responsibility should the government take on?
All
This
of it.
won't-
You want my
And
honest
now you're
regard?
going to embolden other people
No,
to have
and
6
you
children
ask me.
because the government is going to take it
I
on.
want people to have more than 6
We
children.
want people to be responsible,
My
Sandra.
spiritual advisor, making
So
baby
family
is
planning
one of
is-
the highest form of responsibility of mankind. Because outside of serving God, man's only purpose on the earth is reproduction.
We understand
That's
that.
why
Be
you're so
fruitful and
sexy.
It says be fruitful and multiply. But Sandra, we live in a real world now where economics plays a part
Wow. Ignore economic
But it
and
plays a part
focus
of our
on
life,
the
Sandra.
word of God.
Sandra, why should I have 10 children I can't afford to take care of them?
I
Why? Why should
I don't know why
have
you should.
10
I don't
children
know why.
and I can't afford to take care of them? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why. But in the first century, they had 10 children.
Yeah,
Every member of the Church of
This
Christ.
was much different then, Sandra.
Right. They were more
You know?
saved in the first century.
Let's get back to this story now. So now, what's going to happen with this woman with these 6 children? Because she has a problem.
You have a good friend who's in charge of social services. Use your influence, call him. If he seems to hesitate, remind him of his ancestry. Just say to him, Miles, you gotta help. For once, your ancestors were in Haiti before they came to the Bahamas. It's powerful. If he has a problem with that, then give him his white ancestry. You tell him that once they were in Greece
Yeah.
before they came to the Bahamas.
But here's...
So he must help the Haitian people.
Here's what I don't understand about this whole scenario here. Is that from what we know, Haiti may be about 10.8 million people.
No, all we got is people. We got 11, 12, maybe 13
Okay.
people.
And it's the poorest country in this
Yes, we
hemisphere.
are.
And yet still, for some strange reason, they keep multiplying and all that poverty.
Yes, we're
That
making
does-
babies.
It just doesn't
We
seem
should
to make any sense to
we
me,
made
Sandra.
baby-
That makes sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Oh, God.
Yes, it does. We were making...
But it's creating problems for us here in the
No,
Caribbean.
it's not making any problem for us.
Mr. Medusa, I think I've sent to you,
I didn't know you was a baby killer.
I think I may have sent to you, there was a survey done that shows you how many Haitian nationals are actually outside of Haiti.
Finally, he's discussing it, eh?
And I think the Bahamas is listed at number 6. The Bahamas at number 8.
Okay.
It says that we have 80,000 Haitians in the Bahamas. Is that possible, though?
Only 80,000? That can't be true, my spiritual advisor.
Mr. Medusa, I sent it to you, okay? Now, because
Who
I'm
did,
trying...
who did this counting?
We're going to have to look and see exactly countries with the most Haitians.
Who count them? Who count
I
them?
know, because they probably missed the guy in the red shirt. I can tell you that much.
Right. And they miss me you. Ah, boy.
But here's what this is saying, right? Outside of Haiti, in the United States, you have about 731,000 Haitians. In the DR, about 650. That number is changing very, very quickly. They're doing some things. Cuba, Chile, Canada, 179,000. Brazil, the Bahamas, 80,000. Is that possible?
80,000?
That 80,000 Haitians live in the Bahamas? Is that? I don't know if that's, I don't know how scientific this is, but
listen,
that's impossible. It's impossible for the Bahamas to have 80,000 Haitians.
I want to believe it.
Because that's almost a third of our population.
I want to believe it.
Why would you want to
I think it's wonderful. Most of the men that you eat breakfast with every day, they're Haitian. You didn't know that.
Well, they speak English pretty well.
Yeah. They've been here long enough to speak English. Short boy, he's Haitian. Short boy, he's Haitian. Tout le monde haïtien.
Oh,
si possible, aide femme là. La force, la force. This is Freedom March. Bunye Sauve Roi. God save the King. It's powerful. I'll be right back after the break. Love the Haitian, they will be with you until Jesus comes. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor, and I thank the woman from the forest, Exuma, who called off air to defend me, and who wonderfully accused my spiritual advisor of provoking me and inciting me. So I thank the woman from the forest. So this is powerful. And of course, in a few minutes, I'm going to have me a special guest. So just bear with me, folks. But wherever Miles Loroda is, if you know the minister responsible for social services, it will be the Honorable Miles Loroda. Miles Loroda has a heart of gold. And what I like about Miles Loroda is he loves us. He loves the Haitian people. And we must encourage Miles that in the midst of doing the work for the Bahamian people, he must never forget the strangers within our gates. And the strangers within our gates are not only Haitian nationals, they are every non-citizen. So this is powerful. Very powerful today. So I'm having fun with my spiritual advisor. So I want everybody to just relax, and we're going to have a wonderful day. And this is powerful, okay? Very powerful indeed. I might as well have fun and row and, carry on. So it's a great day here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce you to my guests. Well, Mr. Producer, if it pleases you, hello, my dear. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, I thank you. My name, as you know, is Rodney Monco. What is your name? Look straight at the camera.
My name is Marisha Walker.
Marisha Walker.
Yes, sir.
It's your maiden name or your marriage name?
I'm single, so it's my maiden name.
Really? Are you Dr. Walker's daughter?
No, sir.
Okay. Well,
No,
we leave that alone. So I'm happy to have you here. Tell me something about you and tell me, why am I graced by your presence?
Tell you something about me.
Yeah.
Well, can I call you Mr. Monker?
You may.
Mr. Monker.
I'm 67.
Yeah, so I definitely have to call you Mr. Monker.
Yeah.
You're old enough to be my daddy.
Really?
Absolutely.
But I prefer to be your uncle.
Okay, no problem.
Give me a bump.
Uncle Rodney.
This is powerful.
I work in youth ministry, Uncle
Okay.
Rodney. I've been working in youth ministry from I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, so about
Okay.
20 years now.
Okay.
And I'm here to talk about an event that we have upcoming for young people.
Okay.
It is taking place June 26th to the 30th, so that's next week, Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm the crazy woman who is taking people's children away from them from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for 5 days.
You're not the lady who's grab them children and get them.
No,
ice cream
no.
Drop them near the dump.
No.
Okay.
No.
This
no,
is powerful. Because
no.
if you were,
Then you might have to put me in cuffs.
no, there's a 45-year-old child I have.
45.
I'd like for you to, take him for ice cream
Right.
and drop him by.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So, your group, it has a name?
Yes. So
What is the name of
Teen
your
Life
group?
is the name of the group.
Teen Life.
Yeah, we're the Youth Ministry of Life Worship Center.
Okay. And I want to do it again. You're having an event.
Yeah, it's called the Ablaze Youth Retreat.
The Ablaze Youth Retreat.
Yes.
And it starts Wednesday.
Wednesday, the 26th of June.
Okay.
And it finishes on Sunday, the 30th.
Okay. And are you going somewhere?
Yes.
Where's it being held?
It's being held at Club Crush Atlantis.
Club Crush Atlantis.
Yes, sir. And the registration fee is $150.
Okay.
We're giving them 3 meals a day.
3 meals a day.
We're also providing bus transportation.
Yes.
For the parents who may not have the $4 to go over Paradise Island every day.
Right.
They can drop their kids off to the C.H. Reeves Auditorium at 7:30 a.m. daily, and they can pick them up at 8:30 p.m. daily.
Really?
Yeah.
And your buses will be waiting for them.
We'll be waiting for them.
And they will be taken over the bridge.
They will be taken over the bridge, escorted directly into Club Crush.
Okay. Now, at that event, give me an idea. What will you do? What will you say to them?
Well, we are going to have some conversations about God because we are a church.
We are a church.
Yes, we
and
are
this is
faith-based.
And this is a Christian nation.
And this is a Christian nation.
Yes.
So we're going to have some conversations about God. But we are definitely addressing the whole individual. So we're talking about body, soul, mind, spirit, all of that.
Oh, hallelujah.
So we're going to have some conversations on mental health.
Yes.
Because that's important.
Very, very important.
We're also going to have some conversations on financial literacy.
Wow.
How to handle money.
Wow.
We're going to have some conversations on how to be a lady, born female.
This is powerful.
How to be a male.
Wow.
How to be a man.
Wow.
We're also going to be talking about starting a business as a teenager. We have some teens who have businesses who are going to be talking to the other teens.
Yes.
And they're going to be expressing the difficulties, the challenges, but the successes of what it was like for them to start their own business.
This is powerful.
And so we're going to be, like I said, feeding them 3 times a day.
3 times a day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus snacks.
Wow.
With all of these things and so much more.
Will they also have an opportunity to be taken on a tour of Atlantis and to see the marine life and the marine park?
Uncle Rodney, we planning for 250 teens.
Okay.
I am not taking 250 teens throughout Atlantis to get them lost.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. They are going to be confined to Club Crush.
Right.
We have security.
Right.
We have 60 adult volunteers
Right.
that are going to be there in and out of the club to make sure that everybody stays where they're supposed to be. Everybody is behaving properly.
Yes.
We also will have some police presence there, just in case, anybody think they might try to do something.
Yes.
But no, they're not touring anywhere. They're staying in the club.
Okay. Now, what age constitutes being a teenager?
Well, for us, we widened it a little bit. So it's not 13 to 19.
Okay.
We decided to add the 12-year-old and the 20-year-old. So we're starting from age 12.
Okay.
And we climax at age 20.
To age 20?
Yes, sir.
This is powerful.
This is powerful.
What motivated your group
to do something like this?
Yes.
Well, our pastors, Bishop Denzel Roll and his wife, Lady Robin Roll, always wanted to see a youth camp happen, a Christian youth camp for teens. A lot of churches do camps for little kids.
Right.
But there's not many camps that are for teens.
Okay.
And so it was their brainchild. They challenged me to develop something. The first year we did it, we only did it for 1 day. We tried to test it out to see how it was going to work. 1 day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. nearly wiped us out.
Wow.
But then we were successful with that. And then last year we did it for 3 days.
Okay.
From 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And it was amazing. We had 181 teens that showed up last year.
Wow.
And so basically it started off as an experiment.
Yes.
And so far the experiment is going really well.
Wow.
Yes.
So if parents or guardians are interested in involving their children, how do they make the contact? How do they register? Where
I'm so
do they
glad
go?
you asked that, Uncle Rodney.
Okay.
We have a phone number that you can contact. That number is 825-5433. Again, that number is 825-5433. Or you can check out any of our social media pages at Teen Life Worship Center on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter. We're on all social media platforms at Teen Life Worship Center. And again, that phone number is 825-LIFE-5433.
Are there any other interesting speaker?
Actually, yes. One of the interesting speakers that we have this year, his name is Mr. Werner Gruna. He's the owner of Starlight Global. He's actually a South African who lives in the Bahamas. And he is going to be sharing his story about basically being the amazing CEO that he is, coming from the place of not having even a college education.
Wow.
And so we're excited to hear from him. Our pastor will also be speaking. We also have some representatives from CFAL who will be there speaking to the kids.
Okay.
And we also have a partnership with the Small Business Development Center, and they will be there as well. So, yes, we have some great speakers.
Okay. To what extent are there any involvement of the Ministry of Youth and Culture or...
The Ministry of Youth is aware of the event,
Okay.
but as you know, Uncle Rodney, budget comes out after this event.
Okay.
So this event would be preceding that time. And so as it stands, they are aware of it. We have a great relationship with the Director of Youth. So she knows what's happening, and they have endorsed to the event.
Okay.
And so that's the connection that we have with them.
In view of the fact that there's been a lot of youth crime,
Yes, sir.
there's been a major social push to legalize dangerous dope.
Absolutely.
Will there be any forum that discusses drugs, the legalization of it, and to encourage young people, notwithstanding that there is this major demonic push
Yes, sir.
to legalize dope,
Yes, sir.
to reject it and not succumb to smoking dangerous dope?
We do have some open forum discussions that we have planned during this event. We want to make sure that it's not a place where we're constantly talking to the teens, but we create a space for them to share.
Okay.
And so we do a plan to address not only just the issue with drugs, but we also plan to address the issue with identity that we're seeing happening. And people think it's not an issue in the Bahamas, but it's a major issue in
Now,
the
when
Bahamas.
you talk about identity, what do you mean?
I mean, as in individuals who are born male and female identifying otherwise.
We have that here in the Bahamas.
Yes, we do.
Where a person is a male
Yes.
or female,
Yes.
and they are suggesting that they are perhaps a cat.
Misidentified.
Okay, and your job is to do
Clarify.
what? Say it again.
Clarify.
Clarify.
Their true identity in Christ.
Okay, so if a female claims that she is a male, how will you be able to counter that without first seeing her organs?
Well, that's a very good question. I definitely do not want to see her organs.
Okay.
But I will say this, that we do plan to address the mindset behind
Okay.
the issue.
Have you ever heard about a muffle? Forgive me with the big word, but it's where a child was born with both sexes.
I've heard of that, yes.
Okay, I almost was able to see the first child who was born with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
In Black Village.
Really?
The child wasn't born in Black Village, but it came to Black Village. And as Mama was showing titty, they thought I was sleeping.
Right.
And I waited
Right.
because I heard what they were saying. And when they undressed the baby, I charged into the room and they slammed the door and said,
Oh, boy.
get back there. So I never saw it, but I knew.
But you heard about it.
Oh, I heard them talking.
Interesting.
I was under the table. So how would we deal with issues like that where if, for instance, we discover that unusual development, but we do know it exists?
Yes, it is an unusual development. We do know it exists, but of course, medically, we also know that there is a predominant
Okay.
side of them that will lean towards a specific gender.
Okay.
And so if we do have to deal with a great anomaly like that,
Right.
we would ask the question,
Right.
what was the predominant gender?
Right.
And we will direct you towards that direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if a person argues that they feel like a girl is trapped in them?
Well, I feel like I'm rich too. Should I go to the bank and withdraw $1 million off my bank account because I feel like I'm rich today?
This is powerful.
My feelings are not true.
What if a guy...
If there's nothing substantial to back up my feelings,
What
then
if
they're
a-
not true.
What if a guy comes and says, listen, I feel like a gorilla?
You're still a man.
A gorilla man.
Yeah, no, you're a man.
Okay.
Your feelings, if they don't have any substantial evidence to back it up, to say that what you feel is fact,
Okay.
then it's a lie.
Okay. You're not concerned about my mind?
Your mind and your feelings are not the same.
Really?
No.
Even though my mind tells me that I'm an animal.
Your mind tells you that you're an animal.
Right.
No, I think your feelings telling you you're an animal.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is powerful. Well, I think it's exciting. Now, what are you all going to do when those citizens who think that a man is trapped in their feminine body
Absolutely.
and a man who thinks that a female is trapped in his body, what are you going to do when he says that you are discriminating against his kind?
I see what you're saying. We do not intend to discriminate.
Okay.
What we intend to discover and to target is truth.
Truth.
And that is the foundation upon which we have every conversation.
Okay.
So we will endeavor to find out what's true.
Okay.
What's true? How did you come to this conclusion?
Okay.
What are the contributing factors to your way of thinking,
Right.
to your feeling?
Right.
Why do you feel this way?
Right.
Why are you even having this conversation? What happened that
Okay.
caused you to lean toward this or to cause you to consider this thing as truth?
Well, if you are going to discuss that, will you also discuss birth control?
Absolutely.
Will you discuss abortion?
Absolutely.
Will you discuss the fact that there has been a push to legalize the sex working industry?
Well, I definitely didn't plan to approach that, but now that you're mentioning it, I will definitely consider that as well, sir.
Well, I mean, certainly if you're going to talk about, I would think that if you're talking about a man who thinks that a woman is trapped in his body, or a female who thinks that a male is trapped in her body, shouldn't you then discuss the fact that maybe a pregnant woman may think that she should have an abortion?
I definitely plan to have that conversation about abortion, about premarital sex, about abstinence.
Okay.
We definitely preach and set a standard for abstinence.
Okay.
We're still doing that as a church.
Okay.
Still doing that.
Okay.
But when it comes to the legalizing of prostitution, that was not a conversation, I will admit to you, Uncle Rodney, we did not have planned.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about it now that you say so, because you, Uncle Rodney.
Well, no. The fact of the matter is, last year, March, there was a conference of people who look like female.
Wow.
And they met at Bahama, and they were calling for the government to invest in sex workers.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting, because if the government invests in sex workers,
Right.
does it mean that the male population could demand a decrease in the sales?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. But, you know, I just think if you're discussing these things, whether or not you should discuss that, and whether or not you have ever heard the concept that birth control are the pills of the devil. And will you also discuss birth control and the use not only of the devil's pills, but the devil condoms?
Well, the beautiful part about our posture and our standard in this regard is that if you are within the age bracket of 12 and 20 and you are not married, you have no need for condoms or birth control, because our encouragement and mandate to you is to be abstinent, to abstain from sex.
But taking into consideration biology, shouldn't the church now advocate marriage at a younger age, since most of the people seem to be sexy? If Johnny is 13, we know he is sexy, Mary about that same age.
Right.
We know what is going on. Shouldn't we perhaps discuss marrying them off?
At 13?
Well, if she's getting pregnant at 13, shouldn't she then have a husband? Or should we be hypocritical look the other way when she is impregnated and say, oh, she's a baby girl. We can't marry her off. She ain't get her education yet, but she bigger. And in 2 months' time, she will be on her way to the government's Princess Margaret Hospital.
Absolutely.
To give birth. It's something to talk about.
It's something to talk about. I'll definitely think about it. I don't want to open that up right now.
Not now.
No.
But you're having this wonderful event.
Yes, we are.
On Wednesday the 28th.
The 26th.
Wednesday the 26th.
To Sunday the 30th.
To Sunday the 30th.
Yes, sir.
And it's at Atlantis.
At Atlantis at Club
a
Crush.
specific place called
Club Crush.
Club Crush. Crush. Okay. And you want to invite members of the public
to let them know. Bring your teens. We want to host them. Yes.
Parents can come as well.
Well, you can drop off your children.
But parents are not allowed.
They're not allowed. No.
Really? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, we want to create a space where teens feel comfortable to express themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is powerful. Well, I think it's a great idea.
Thank you, sir. Your endorsement means a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think that members of the public should support it.
Absolutely.
I think parents should get their children involved in positive activities,
Absolutely.
positive discussions.
Absolutely.
So it's great. Tell them again where to register and where you will pick up the children.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So the Ablaze Youth Retreat is from the 26th of June, which is next week, Wednesday, to the 30th of June, which is a Sunday. You would like more information about registration, you can check out any of our social media pages at Teen Life Worship Center on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us at 242-825-LIFE, 825-5433.
And once again, tell us your Christian denomination. I think you did mention one, right?
Actually, no, I didn't. But
Okay.
Life Worship Center is a Pentecostal church.
Really?
Yes, we are.
Do you speak in tongues and do you have the Holy Ghost?
Absolutely.
This is powerful. And is there dancing
Absolutely.
and shouting?
Dancing and shouting,
In
lots
the
of it.
name
In the name of the Lord.
Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. It must be a Holy Ghost church
A
then.
Holy Ghost church.
Where is it located?
We actually have services right in the C.H. Reeves Auditorium, believe it or
Really?
not. Yes, sir.
C.H. Reeves?
Yes, sir.
Right there on
Yes.
Marathon Road.
Yes, right there, Robinson Road, Minnie and Ethel Streets.
Now, before church commenced, you know, they've had a lot of social issues at that school.
Yes.
Is there praying and anointing
We are
of that
definitely
environment?
connected to the school. We actually support a lot of the endeavors that the school has, and we are aware of all of the issues that have been taking place, and we've partnered with the school to assist with all the issues that they've been dealing
This
with.
is powerful.
Yes, sir.
So by that, it's a declaration that you all are preaching the gospel there.
Yes, sir.
You are.
We have an intervention program there with the students. When school was open, we were running an intervention program with the at-risk youth there. Those
Really?
who were in trouble right before they would get sent to TAPS or to the boys' school or the girls' school, we would do an intervention with them to try to prevent them from having to go to those institutions.
No wonder I'm running into students from that school who appears to be saved.
They're getting there.
So I think you're
Just
you're
a
doing
bit.
a good job.
God
So-
gets the glory, though.
Yeah, man. It's great.
Absolutely.
And God must work through men and women. Eh?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So just as powerful.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell us, tell the people the number again.
Again, the number is 825-5433. You can WhatsApp us, you can call us, you can text us. We would love to hear from you, and we would love to be and spend some time with your teens and take them off your hands.
And listen, they're going on Paradise Island. They will be moved from. Anyway, I want to thank you. Give
Thank
me a
you.
bump. You know I'm leader of the women's band.
Yes, you are.
God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save young women like you.
Yes, sir.
God save teenagers. Folks, go and support it, okay? God save the King. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It's powerful today. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and we'll go to birthdays right now. Bradley?
All right, yeah, we got a couple, let's see, we got a couple birthdays, and of course, little shout outs to do today. Let's see, yes, Sister Kayla, Sister Kayla Bannaby from the First Century Church. She's having a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Kayla. We're wishing the singing, hip hop array, passionate, dedicated educator and principal, our very own Kayla Bannaby. Happy birthday to you, coming from the Church of Christ, and of course from your husband Keith, family and friends, and all those who love you. Happy birthday, Kayla. Enjoy your birthday. And then of course, Adeline Culmer. Happy birthday to you. Wonderful 90th birthday. Wow. 90. Wow. Sister Culmer, matriarch Adeline Culmer, happy birthday to you, coming from the loving members of the Happy Prophet Church of Christ, loving neighbors, all the numerous friends, relatives, your children, of course, your two sons, Rory, and of course your daughter and the rest of them. God's richest blessings continue to shower you daily. They love you. We love you. Many hugs and kisses. Happy 90th birthday to Adeline Culmer. All right, we got an anniversary? Yes, we got a wedding anniversary. Congratulations to the eldest daughter and her husband, Mr. and Mrs. Rodman Delavaux, on the 15th year of wedding bliss. It's coming from your mother, Gertrude Dale, your two sisters, Sheena and Dimitri, your niece, Simone, nephew, Wentley, Luke, and Zaya, Aunt Lillian, Annie, and Patricia, all the deans, Delavaux, and of course the rest of the members and family, and of course co-workers of the Customs Department. All right, so happy wedding anniversary to you. James and Grace Jones, a beautiful couple, brother-in-law coming from Mr. James Jones and my sister Elder Grace Jones. We pray God's blessings over you and all your family members as well as you celebrate your anniversary, your marriage anniversary. From your sister, Wendell Russell. All right, Wendell and Judy Williams are celebrating their wedding anniversary, 63 years of marital bliss. Mr. Williams is a building contractor and former racehorse jockey and trainer at the fabled Hobby Horse racetrack. Ms. Williams is a retired dressmaker. Best wishes to them, coming from their three children, Dr. Marsha Williams, Bethel, Carl Williams, and son Adrian. Grandkids including Charles, the ACW of St. Agnes Anglican Church, Middle Road. Nephews Erlen Williams, Brian, Jeffrey, Chrissy, Carol, and the rest of the friends, Susan McKenzie and Kevin Chick Roll. All right, so happy birthday anniversary to Wendell Craig Williams and Judy Williams of Key West Street, Bahamas. Now, all right. So we had another sister from the Church of Christ who was celebrating the birthday. All the best to you, Sister Dan. We didn't put your picture up, anyhow. Maybe tomorrow we'll do it for you. Yeah, but happy birthday to you. All right, that's it, Sandra. You have anything?
Well,
Got some
I
ads?
want to join in wishing everybody a happy birthday, and I want to wish Craig and Mrs. Williams a very happy birthday. That's Wendell Craig Williams and his charming wife. Well, let's do an ad before we open the lines.
All right, yeah. So the Work Center. Let's do this ad, the Work Center, which is located Rosetta Street across the road from Robert's Furniture. It's a one-stop shop for back to school, Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. Come on down and let the friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. So the Work Center is located on Rosetta Street. Money Max, everybody needs money always, so send Money Max internationally and locally through Western Union using the Money Max app. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime, anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max, live your max life. All right.
That's it?
We're going to open the lines, shall we?
Yeah, go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
So the lines open. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Callers, we got, how much time we have, Mr. Medusa? About 20 minutes or so. Well, 19 minutes actually to entertain some calls today. So call us so we can engage you on subject matters that you feel is pressing and you want to talk about. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Please, if you turn your radios down, please don't forget when you call into the show today, please just turn your radios down, televisions down, so we don't get that feedback. Just listen to us when you call us, okay? All right, here we go. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Advisor.
Yes, ma'am. How are
Good
you?
afternoon, Mr. Rodney Monka.
Hello, my
Yes.
dear.
Mr. Monka,
Yes.
now I want you to listen to me and listen to me good.
Don't be long. Go to the
I'm
point.
going to take long. My minister and the PLP team is trying to endeavor best to do things for the Bahamian people. They're trying to get the light bill down. They're trying to help the Bahamian people. But you know what I noticed? The F&M 2020 locked the country down and take our NIB money
Oh, Jesus.
and give it a leg.
Oh,
No,
A
that's
leg.
not true. That's not true,
I'm
caller.
guilty. I'm guilty.
A leg.
Let her put her point,
I
then you can
said
contradict her.
a leg.
Go ahead,
Okay.
sister.
I said a leg.
Okay, so what information do you have?
Go ahead. Let her make a point.
I said a leg.
So what
I
information?
want you to defend Jesus. Let her put her
I
point.
said a leg.
Okay, make sure the information you have.
Let her put her point, then you could defend the F&M.
I said a leg.
Okay, go ahead then. Go
The
ahead.
country was locked down on 2020. None of the F&M, they mentioned this in Old Testament, none of the F&M was man enough to open up their mouth and say it wasn't true.
Do you know what-
Times, all of them were still, but minutes, 2020, and none of them couldn't open up their mouth.
Let
they
me-
take our NFA money and they got it and send it over to the United States. We need our NFA money and we need accountability from them.
Let me ask a question, ma'am.
I said alleged.
Okay, but do you recognize it was posted in newspapers?
I said, can the damn thing and never put that in the newspaper.
Do you know-
Everywhere Brad
No,
do,
no, I'm-
they do negativity on the Prime Minister, but they never do negativity on the FNM.
Do you recognize when the FN was in power that it was posted in the newspapers? Do you recognize
I
that?
still don't care. I said alleged. They open up, there was some man enough to open up their mouth when Mr. T. Bell talk about it in the House Assembly. We need accountability on our NIB money, because I want my money till I still retire. We need accountability from the NIB money. What they did with it. Only the FNM could do wrong, you know. Ain't the PLP do wrong. Your FNM newspaper.
Now,
PLP.
Miss PLP woman, Miss PLP woman, it wasn't me. Okay?
They locked the country down and the money alleged
They
was
locked me.
stolen from NIB.
I was locked down. I think it's Dr. Hubert Minnis. We're going to put it on him, okay?
Thank you so much, caller.
And Pentad was there, and Pentad couldn't even open it anymore. You know what I don't understand? Pentad was right in the mix for the FNM in 2020. All the wrong things what they did. But soon as the PLP tried to fix the country, they want to tear the people down, want to tear Brave Davis down. Said Pentad, watch out for 2026, eh? What 26 be coming for you all.
You have a nice day, ma'am. You take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. I tell you. 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call. You're live.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Monk, special advisor.
Yes, Shanika. How are you?
Yes, I'm wonderful, sir.
Great.
You need to pray for that caller because, man, you probably need to send somebody to talk to her.
Yeah,
That
she
seems
hasn't
like
done-
That's a heavily invested item in her
Yeah,
life.
she hasn't done any research at all, but anyhow.
Well, I just wanted to call on two matters. The first one with Mr. Monka dealing with that public domain of information. I, in some way, agree with the registrar in the releasing of people being able to just go and retrieve people's documents.
But that's against the law.
When you have identity
That's against the
theft.
law. Hold on, woman, for a second.
Oh, Jesus.
The law sets out what is to be done. And if the government has a problem with it, they should amend the law, repeal the law. It's against the law. So I don't want to hear what you agree with. It's against the law. Bring that Negro lady back.
Okay, hello, Mr. Monica.
Yes.
Now, the second item, I'm dealing with multiplying reproductively. Now, God would be reducing us to animals if all he wanted us to do was have children. When he said multiply, he wants us to multiply his presence, multiply what was going on in the garden at that time. We have to be responsible with what we do and how we do it. And we can't blame God when we have children that go beyond our budget. So we have to be responsible, sir. I'm not going to have 20 children because I could, and then I can't even afford to feed them. And then say, well, God, where was you in this?
What-
Like I was nowhere in that.
Would you have 12? Would you have 12?
Let's hear what you have to say. You all have a great day.
Shanika, hold on before you go.
Go ahead, sir.
When God told Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply, what do you think he was talking about?
He was not just talking about multiplying reproductive-wise.
You ain't saying
really?
Multiplying his presence, what was going on in that garden.
Shanika, go back to the Genesis story and see exactly what he meant by that, okay?
Shanika,
It was exactly what he told them to do.
all I'm going to say to you is, I'm going to say to you, you should be fruitful and multiply, okay?
Shanika, you sound like you need to contact me for Bible study. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds to me.
They're playing catch up, but that me and my husband will be. I heard Maurice
Okay.
say one time, this is your spiritual advisor.
Me, you and your
When
husband
the
then.
man told, when the woman told Maury, you know the Maury show, you are the father. Maury said, I've been told, you know that, but he said, I'm the father of some, but not the father of many.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
sir.
Shanika, take care. Bye-bye. 323-7775 is the number to call. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, birth control is the pills of the devil.
Oh, hallelujah. Who
Who says that?
powerful?
Where you get information from?
This is powerful.
Who tell you that?
I get this from Rodney Manka, and we never could agree on that.
Yeah, so that's not scientific.
Listen to me. It is the pills of the devil.
That's-
Don't mind the
that's
spiritual
that's an
advisor.
opinion.
In the first century, they never took birth control pills.
We use Codus interrupters.
Now, I'll switch your course a little bit. Mr. Manka,
So,
the office of the Prime Minister clarified
okay,
that police compensate a plane
okay,
that will be re-proposed for official government use
okay,
and refurbished for $2.5 million.
okay.
What I wanted to know is what this plane was involved in that the police see fit to compensate it.
Drugs.
And if this plane was involved in illegal activity, has anybody been arrested along with this plane?
Okay. Well,
Last but least.
go ahead.
Also, what the police or the government doing with all these drugs they seize? Because I don't see all of the police burning it anymore.
Really?
No, I don't hear about it burning no more.
what
Used to be on TV and all of that.
What
You
area?
don't see that no more.
What area do you live in?
I live in the east.
Okay.
But I just travel. I used to be there.
Well, let me help
when
you
they used
out.
to burn it, I used to be there in the back there watching them burning it.
Okay. Well, in the back there is a whole community.
By Oaksville.
Goodness me, did you have to describe? It can cost my neighbors know I'm talking about them. Anyway, okay, your point is well taken.
Thank you.
I'll find the information for you as soon as the minister returns from the United Nations, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome, caller. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Hello?
You're live, caller. We can hear you.
Tell Sonia she had a bleach herself, yeah? Talking shit.
Who?
These FNMs is said. You also calling this show and cursing because it's a sin.
We need a delay on this.
Okay.
Call.
Go ahead. Don't comment.
Welcome
Hello?
to Freedom March. Call you live. We need a delay. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have a, yeah, okay. If, everybody is entitled to pension once you reach over 65 or 66,
Yes.
everybody?
If you made a contribution.
At least 52.
If you made a contribution.
Oh,
So if you are working, you make sure that your boss is paying it, and if they're not, go to National Insurance and complain. But in more recent years, National Insurance has not been efficient in insisting that the bosses pay and or prosecute them.
see, I understand that there are people right now who have food stores, even store, even house on rent, and they still collect pension.
Well, you have to look at each individual circumstances. I know a man, he paid the maximum from Pinder, declare it open in 1974. So he's among the few citizens, I don't want to call his name because his son is going to get mad with me. He's among the few citizens who get the maximum because he paid the maximum in 1974 to the date that he retired. And that is why we have to say to young people, go work, make your contribution, complain if your boss ain't paying it, because life is running swiftly, and before you know it, you reach the age of retirement or some catastrophic situation occur on, and you need national insurance assistance. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know, I was one who was self-employed.
Okay? You should pay that as well.
I was not aware that it was going to come back on me later.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate that national insurance isn't consistently preaching the message that the self-employed should also pay it.
Exactly, that's what they
Yeah.
did. Because a lot of people can't yes, unaware.
That is true.
Because in America, whether you pay or not, Uncle Sam will take care of his bill.
Yeah, he does, but they have strong laws in which you have to pay your various taxes. So in the United States, they have good benefits because the vast majority of them have made substantial contributions.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is powerful. Listen, I have another person here who want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
What to say? She said, is everyone entitled to social services?
So yeah,
If you need help.
if you have certain issues, let's
Yeah.
say for instance, I'm thinking of an elderly woman, based on her age, based on the fact that she is retired, she's entitled to get her voucher. But now you can have staff who's very insensitive, who seems not to recognize that if I show up and I say I'm hungry,
Yes.
the government is supposed to provide me with assistance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a sister, she is 76. Her husband is dead. And now they stop a food voucher.
Well, you take my cell number and you call me privately at 7 p.m. and I will send her name to the Minister of Social Services. And if he doesn't answer you, her name and number, I'll give you his secret number. Because I've told the PLP, you answer or I shall give the people your secret number. And this
Okay.
minister, he will answer. That's Miles Laroda, okay?
What's the number?
No. My number is 801
It's true.
5760. 801 5760. Call me 7 p.m.
Yeah.
By then, I should have completed eating my boiled green banana, American sweet potato, with
Oh.
steamed sardine, and lots of pepper. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I should have been here to get some of that.
Well, I do have extra because I've summoned my wife from the Lutrus to come now and take care of me because I'm not well. Okay?
Oh,
And that is what I'm having for dinner.
please, bear.
Yeah. Okay? Of course.
It's at 7 o'clock?
Call me 7 p.m.
7. Thank you so much.
Do well, my dear.
You, my brother.
This is powerful. Go ahead, my spiritual
Welcome
advisor.
to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Good afternoon. You're live, caller.
Good, thank you. Good afternoon, Senator. Good afternoon,
Sir, how are you?
Advisor.
Good afternoon.
Senator, yesterday you made a statement, and I didn't want sort of a rain on the parade of the young man who was selected to go to the IDP in Washington, but I wanted to ask, when you said that he was executive chairman at the BDP, that is Bahamas Development Bank, I wanted to know if the law was changed, because I was involved with that bank from 1986 outside the Bahamas, and as chairman from 2012 2017, it wasn't changed, and even though there were many people lobbying to get me to influence Prime Minister Christie to change it, because if he did it for the BDP, you had to do it for all the others, and I just want to know if the law was changed.
Well, let me, in fairness to you and me, I have the article still on my iPad. Let me review it and make sure that I am properly giving him his proper description based on the article. And I promise I'll answer you tomorrow.
But let me say this for the record.
Okay.
My name is Calvin Knowles.
Calvin Knowles, okay?
I was the first Bahamian to be selected or invited to serve on the board of the IDP. First, as
No, I don't think I said IDB. I thought I said the Bahamas Development Bank.
No. He's going to Washington. He's going.
Yeah, he's going to Washington.
No, listen to me.
Go ahead.
I'm giving you additional information.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes. I said I was the first Bahamian to serve on the board of the IDP in Washington.
Okay.
The Bahamas is part of a rotating chair comprising the Bahamas, Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad, Tobago.
Yes.
I believe Suriname may have been added, I'm not sure. So you served 2 years as an alternate and 2 years as an executive director.
Okay.
I've done that. I have pictures to prove it.
Okay.
But I found it so strange some years ago, some high up in the Ministry of Finance wanted me to say that I was just an alternate director. It was not so.
They wanted you to say it, but you were not.
Yes,
What were you?
I was alternate director for 2 years, 84 to 86, 86 to 88 as executive director.
Okay.
All the other directors go through the same procedure.
Okay.
We are the only one who tinkered around with that, and I don't know why, but we also have, along with the person serving, an economic attaché. During the time I was there, I met a young man from Trinidad and Tobago. He was the economic attaché. When his 4 years was up, the Bahamas had somebody sent. They sent David Davis. When I left in 88, David Davis was still there. I don't know what it is now. But during the time I was there was no rep office of the IDP in the Bahamas. I negotiated that. I persuaded Prime Minister, who was then the Minister of Finance, the Governor of the Bank, to agree to have a rep office in the Bahamas, which he did. And that's how we have that now.
Okay, interesting.
I want to put things in perspective, because if you don't tell your story, nobody tells it for you.
Well, do me a
Absolutely.
favor. I love your story. I wish you could provide me with the information. My email is easyrodneymonk@yahoo.com.
I have ways to find you. I wrote a paper on the involvement in the IDB. I still have it in my file. We became a member in 1977.
Okay.
A lot of Bahamians to this day, I don't even know that they are shareholders of the bank.
Wow, I didn't know that. I know we borrow a lot of money from them.
Yes?
Yeah.
That because
I
you're
know-
shareholders of the bank.
I know it's been used by my party as a slush
Alright.
fund.
Thank you, caller. We come to the end of the show.
Send me an email, okay?
Okay.
And I thank you for the information.
You're always welcome.
This is powerful.
Thank you.
Calvin knows.
That's right.
Yeah, it's powerful, Calvin. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, take
Well,
care.
my spiritual advisor,
We're at the end of the show.
we're coming to the end of the show. I want to thank Bohemians who have joined us. So this is powerful. We're coming to the end of the show.
And the calls we didn't take today, they can call back tomorrow.
Yes.
We're sorry about that, callers.
I want to thank Mr. Knowles who called in. Anyway, this is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's powerful. It's a wonderful day. Take good care. We're still in the hurricane season. So get ready because the United States is on fire. The sun is hot and they're even having, what all they having? Hurricane